Hello again, this is Dr. Mia Luth. It is July 26, 2026. It's a Sunday, and it is approximately 11:10 a.m. Eastern Time, USA. And I am saying point blank, it doesn't matter what anybody does. There are certain things that are going to happen on Earth that can't be stopped. So, I know many of you want to try, and I suggest you don't. Also, there's one male who is operating through females inappropriately, and every time I get attacked, that male ends up with a 10 times over attack, basically destroying his own self. And those females need some assistance. So what if my brothers will assist them? Okay, so as I've said before, and I will say again, I am able to assist females indirectly through one of my brothers. But the attacks on me, my property, everything else will now come to an abrupt end. And the recommendation for Upper Bay Counseling and Support Services, which, of course, ignoring me just makes you culpable. State of Maryland, governor, delegates, representatives, all the leadership in Cecil County, including the health department and core services of Maryland. I was absolutely correct in making the statement that adult autistic should not be sent to the Sunrise program. And so you are now culpable for harm. There is a female who works for the state of Maryland for sure. You're losing your job, and that will happen soon, and that is better than losing your existence. Okay, so angelically speaking, we have angelic intervention, and the recommendation here is a client, male client, with the initials C as in Charles, E as in Edward, needs to be handled strictly in a location that only has Catholic males. This one will start getting harsh and will call females some names, and will get upset, and will fight, and will try and rebuke, and will give everyone a hard time. But this individual should not be allowed to free roam and talk to people on the street. And right, the best case scenario for this is that one is transitioned to live with all male Catholics and should not be around females or children. I am not saying anything about pedophilia. That is not the case. Okay, huge amount of confusion. This individual is mixed up among all the churches. Is not okay, and it's not okay for that one to be saying some of the things he says to people out in public, and he is not safe for women. He can get highly abusive. So, recommendation, he gets transitioned to a place where there are only Catholic males. A recommendation for initial J as in Jesus, B as in bread. His family lives in Delaware. He's got Medicare, so he should either move back to the family home and get proper in-home help, but he needs physical therapy every day, every single day. Okay, and his family, they can have someone come to the home and help that individual, but those with Medicare, it's easier for them to transition to another state. His family lives there. He should live closer, or he should move back into the family home where support can be provided, point blank. And he is on the high priority list. There are a couple individuals who have actual real brain damage, and so they should not be residents of Sunrise. Sunrise does not take care of any of that, nor do they really like it when their clients have to do more than just the bare state minimum, so all those with actual brain damage from accidents, childhood, whatever, they all need to be transitioned out to a more specialized facility. Okay, maybe they move closer to their family, maybe they move further away from their family, but okay, psych meds do nothing to help brain damage, and these people could use speech pathologists, occupational therapists, physical therapy. There are things that should be happening that aren't. So you can ignore me all you want, but you're not going to be able to ignore my brother. Many of you actually owe me apologies and restitution. But for now, the more important thing is these need to be transitioned out immediately. Immediately. And so I am saying that to God. I am saying that Holy Christ variety. I am saying that to angels, particularly my brother. Who knows? I'm speaking truthfully. There will be some people losing their jobs. And suitable replacements who know better, have more training, have better education, who are not, burnt out or giving up or any of that. And that will happen fairly quickly. These people need immediate attention. Female with the initials S as in Sam, K as in Karen, is a petty thief. She is abusive to others. Some have claimed she doesn't have the proper retention, but that is incorrect. There is every sign she remembers. She holds grudges. She lies to people to get what she wants. And for some reason, there's some people that think that she should be protected. Well, no, because I've seen it with my own two eyes. She knows she's doing the wrong thing with the 5-finger discounting because she tries to hide it. She also will take things from other people who don't belong and then, claim, oh, I thought it was mine. Right? She recently threatened me because she doesn't Everyone else is just an inconvenience. And she likely does have some brain damage, and she is in absolutely the wrong place. So she does need to be institutionalized somewhere where she has way more supervision, and where she can't, like, go out in public and perpetrate petty theft. For some reason, some of you think that because you're disabled, you're protected and you can do whatever you want, and that is not true. Also, people with severe mental illness are highly abusive. I will not stand for that. So every human being can ignore me. Governor of Maryland, leadership in Cecil County, Social Services, Social Security Administration, and you can even attack me, which will make everything worse for you as you go. Things will not improve. Divine intervention is happening. It doesn't matter what anybody here wants. These people need to be transitioned elsewhere. Male client with the initial P as in Peter, M as in Mia or Mary, also has family in Delaware and Medicare, so transitioning them back to Delaware, can be done. Same thing, can get in-home help, but this one is not a drinker or a drugger or even a smoker anymore, has not been to the hospital for any mental things for years on end. This one should have been graduated out of this program a long time ago. Some of them are just getting used to sitting and doing whatever they feel like, when in fact that's not how this should be. You understand? Perfectly capable of doing some things, just chooses not to. Also, yes, experimented with some spiritual things, and he needs to face those consequences. But he can actually move back in with his family, and there can be assistance that comes to the house. Right. The adult autistics need to be handled individually and carefully, because there's Asperger's and then there's other, parts on the spectrum, and it is absolutely inappropriate. They start getting abusive because they get abused, because people here don't understand, and I wasn't kidding. Social services, court services, state of Maryland. So there are tons of people doing work that they're not suited for, nor are they trained or qualified for. Yeah, it's not even in the eyes of God. And don't be bringing them here. That shit got cleaned up a long time ago. So you will lose control of a lot of things in your life in order that these people may be better served by those who understand more and can handle these individuals in a proper way. One individual who recently had to sort of be pushed out is stealing from taxpayers, does have several serious issues, and expects charity when in fact that charity is not due her, and most likely will end up back in jail. Or, yes, because she will be, right, a multi-offender, and she didn't need food stamps, and she hid money. So there's that. She also put her hands on me, which is bad for her entire family. Right. So those are the recommendations through Christ, and I am addressing angels. So just gonna, a lot of humans are going to be maneuvered whether they like it or not. We're not here to make all y'all happy. That is not what's happening. And this place is being taken over. I don't answer to the Vatican. I don't answer to the Church of England. I don't answer to the President of the United States. And I don't answer to any prime ministers. Now, you all want the truth. You're gonna get it. It is not appropriate to attack me in any way. So immediate action shall be taken here at Urbane Counseling and Support Services. Some of these people do not get paid very well. They don't have backgrounds or understanding of a lot of these things. They take, some of the staff is taking things personally when in fact there is, you know, an autistic kid. He's a kid to me, right? Who's constantly talking like this. Because he's not built the same way. And that is his normal inside voice. And he's particular kind on the spectrum. And he doesn't know that this is affecting staff. Because I've seen staff, well, I mean, you don't have to yell at me. It's just like, yeah, he does. Right, because he's on the spectrum, and you need to learn better about, you know, your hurt feelings are stupid, and you need to learn. And you could just simply understand that that is how this kid is. Your hurt feelings mean nothing to me. Some autistics on the spectrum, right? Some are really, really, really quiet. But some are, their outside voice is their inside voice. They are built differently. So to him, that is normal. So you just get used to it, which is why the state of Maryland is in some deep shit, and definitely core services. Because I brought these things to their attention. including Upper Bay Counseling and Support Services. No action has been taken. Well, it is now. There are a couple clients of Sunrise who likely have dementia and should not be handled by people who don't help them with their dementia. They should be in assisted living and have more appropriate nursing and therapeutic care. Point blank. Any source who thinks for some reason they're my boss is going to experience something called learning the hardest way, and many don't make it. Now you tell me, do you think I'm lying?